coming on to a late night talking about the voting. It's constitutional night. Toastmasters Dean was all about the Constitution and freedom and voting, trying to tie into voting anyway. It is election day this Tuesday, November 4th. Not the biggest election day. Like it's not even a midterm election. By I means not for president and anything like that. So no big elections, but we did have here in Texas. You were to vote on propositions and everything, and say I got it done. I wanted to. I heard about early voting last week, but it turned out like Tuesday. It was close to where my like Toastmasters meeting went and where I used to live and everything. The thing about that, like it's the voting place, it's still there, was right in my backyard. But I'm gonna get into that voting process, a little bit of research, and how I did the research by using AI. Tony Robbins and Dean Garcia is saying this thing about like we're right now being afraid of being replaced by AI, but their thing is, and I'm gonna be sitting on that, and they're talking about how it's not that you should be afraid of being replaced; it's being replaced by someone who knows how to use AI. So I'm gonna get into that and how I used AI to help research these confusingly written. You see, I just made that an adverb there. Confusingly written propositions, 17 total. So I'm going to get into that. I have a little video montage I want to play quick, and then we'll get into voting, AI, research with AI, and get to ride on the newly built Silver Line, which I've been watching being built for 3 years. Stick around. I'll be right back after this.
Addison Station. This is the Silver Line. Final destination, DFW Airport Terminal B Station. Next.
Oh, that came up quick. What happened to my photos? I don't know what happened. Did it? Oh, they're not done laughing yet. Whoa. Okay. Are they reacting to me? What's going on here? Oh, is it reacting? Is it reacting? Okay, that that's funny. But I thought I had photos in there. But anyway, the voting today was all about the voting on the 17 propositions. And if you do your research, don't go into the voting booth not informed, uninformed, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you do that. I was in and out of the voting booth for 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. Because I knew exactly what I wanted to say when I was in the voting booth. And I knew exactly. So, like, if you're spending time thinking about reading the confusing propositions and you're spending way more time than you need to be, you can be doing all that ahead of time, well more informed, and you're not going blind. You're not following people blind into the next amendment or something, voting on something that probably shouldn't be there. So I went into this voting booth today, informed, and it took me 3 minutes because I knew exactly again. Like, and I'm getting to the process of doing that by using AI. I like Grok. A lot of people I know like ChatGPT, and I asked it. I set it into the voice of my, I guess what you call it, digital mentor, and I kind of high fived in person, by the way, but digital mentor Lewis Howes in his voice and everything. I set the AI to be in that voice, so it's uplifting, it's energizing, it's like you got this kind of energy. And I just said, like, please lay out these so they're not as confusing as, because they're usually written to how their state government things are usually written vaguely and like really confusing. And I just lay it out there, like, so I can make a good choice to vote. And I used AI to help organize the thoughts on what I wanted to say yes to, what I wanted to say no to, and I'm not going to go into the details of my voting, but I knew exactly what I wanted to be for, to be against, and there's 3 things I said no to, but other than that, you go with the less, and then you say, hey, what are the 3 things that's simple things to remember, or actually 2 things, and that's the just I'm gonna get into it. And I said, these are the no's, boom. All the rest, yes, right? And then that's it. AI, and it helped me like make sense. And it was like, there's one even in there. It just totally made sense for me, to be approved and everything, to approve or pass or whatever you want to say, calling that. But after the Toastmasters, I did the voting. I actually took a call pre-interview for my podcast, Keeping It Real with Sweet Tea. Shout out, if you know, you know. Go listen. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Pretty much everywhere you listen to a podcast, it's out there. Keeping It Real podcast. That's just a plug for that. But I was doing that took about 5-10 minutes. That ended up being a yes. We're going to talk about how that just to tease that episode, we're going to talk about how she gets to enroll her clients into using AI. When everyone's afraid of jumping off a cliff and not using AI, they're afraid of AI to replace them. Yeah, I like what Tony Robbins says best. AI, it's not that AI is going to replace you. It's the people who know how to use AI are going to replace you. So as long as you get caught up, you evolve, you learn new skills, new tricks, new techniques, whatever, evolve or die kind of thing, then that's what you'll learn the new things that's important and everything. And so use AI. It's here. It's a tool. It's there to be used as a tool for it to use as AI. Use it as a tool, and you can go farther faster by not our brain power is good, and I think we should totally stick to going with our brain power. But sometimes even we need help. It may not be available in the form we want it to, but AI is a great little processing tool. And if you know how to use it right, go check out my last video I made too about the 5 ingredients to a good AI prompt. Go check that one out. That's something I learned last week, and it has some value in that video. So yeah, check out my 5 AI prompt ingredients. That video, I even threw in some bonus for you in there too. What else? Voting. So I did the voting. I did my pre-interview. I teased, plugged my podcast here. I mean, it's not on my channel anyway. You can find that all on my channel if you're on the video. Like, share, subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Follow for more. After I did all that, for about 3 years near this apartment complex that I was living in, they started building these tracks 3 years ago for DART, what was called the Silver Line DART track. Dallas area rapid transit. If you're from in the Dallas area. And I'd be walking along these tracks every day for those 3 years. This last year I had to move out. For a job change kind of thing. Currently still in that situation. Job change. Kind of a forced situation. And it was still not ready. Still wasn't live. It still wasn't live. If I remember to look at the camera, it still wasn't live on the track yet. I moved out. I saw it being tested when I was still living there. I moved out, still wasn't live. Well, ended up that train track went live a little earlier this week. DART, Silver Line, shout out to the DART. Great. I love mass transit. I've been riding it for probably the last 15 years. I love the mass transit, especially like when I go to Italy and everything, or go to other places, and not so much there because you have family to take you around, and they usually want they're always like, and I guess I see in a way, but they're always worried about things not being safe on mass transit. But like when you go to Italy, like that's the way to go if you're traveling outside of in a foreign country. That's the way to go there. So so I moved out. Track's still not live. It went live this last week. I learned that they're given to get increased ridership. They're giving some free rides. Everyone can ride for free on the Silver Line. They're not checking anything. I went to go buy a ticket and not buy, but there's a reward discount code for voting today, the voting day, election day, and I used that. I probably didn't even need to activate that pass, if you ask me, and I did, but it was going to be free regardless to ride. So I spent most of the evening, afternoon. I was talking to a good friend who actually, for his company, works I think was providing the parts and the stuff to build these train tracks and everything. So I was talking with my good friend over in PA who works for this company who provides that, and he we had a good long talk on the way back. I rode the entire line the entire way because I said, like, this is probably something that I want to do. I've been sitting here watching and waiting for these tracks to be built for 3 years. So today was finally the day I got to ride on that Silver Line. The track that I saw being built, it was practically my neighbor. So today was a good day. I got to do that. Got to experience finally, after imagining what it would be like being on a train on those tracks. and it was just such a synchronicity. Hey, I'm planning this guy. We're actually planning. I asked him. I talked a while back, like if he wants to do like a podcast or live stuff, like a Saturday night thing. So you might even be seeing this person that I was talking to today on the phone, maybe on a Saturday night live stream. So one of my good friends over in the Northeast, I still talk to, chat with today. Good friends, enjoy talking with them, and we always just talk about some good stuff. But so that's coming down the line too, along with my editing and all that. And but yeah, make sure. Long story short, make sure you when any comes time to vote on a candidate, on a new amendment proposition, make sure you know what's on the ballot, all options, so you can decide the best one for you, not necessarily party line. I know a lot of people like to do party line. I mean, that's cool. It's not really that cool for just voting straight party ticket. You may, but again, you know who is out there, all options available. If you want to do mostly straight ticket, but know, like, hey, if, I know there's a lot of uncontested candidates when it comes time for that. There's a lot of uncontested, and that could be a problem. And there's like, well, there's not really a choice there. So I know there's a lot of uncontested there. I know Texas voting today wasn't about voting for candidates or governor and mayor or anything like that. It was about amendments, propositions, but know all options so you can choose yourself. And you're not just voting blind, like, oh, like you say yes to this, and then when that happens and gets in or gets chosen or gets brought into law, it's like you jumping off a cliff. Well, you guys chose it, and now you didn't really know what it was all about. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I was planning to go too long, but may just let's see. I have on the end of this live my little Summon of Greatness recap that I'm gonna play. But I don't have too much else on. I don't know who, if anyone would actually come on. I know voting day was a big day and everything, but yeah, it's if you can help it, yeah, you can have your party. That's cool, and you do. I'm not telling you how to vote, but make sure whatever it is, just make sure you're informed. You can say yes to this one party, but if you're informed about this one candidate and there's two options or multiple options, pick the best one for you. Pick the best one for you. For you. And with that, I keep looking at my screen. No, not that one, but that one. Bring you into. There's my screen, the little back end to the screen there. See the calendar that hadn't been changed. little back behind the scenes to where I'm at. But anyway, I'll play this out, and I just want to come on and talk about today. I want to see what happened. Why I thought, where was, how long was this media again? Did it end? It just prematurely ended. Let's see. I'm gonna try that one more time. I'll be back after on the other side of this. Oh wait, that's not it. 123. Let me just see something. Oh, okay. I think I know what happened. So let's try this again. Let's see. Play this out, and then I'll be back on the other side to say goodbye.
Addison Station. This is the Silver Line. Final destination, DFW Airport Terminal B Station. Next.
It ends after the... Let's see one more time.
Addison Station. This is the Silver Line. Final destination, DFW Airport Terminal B Station. Next.
It doesn't complete all the way. Okay. Oh, I had photos in there and everything. I had to play it back like 2 or 3 times. Well, oh yeah, it doesn't play all the way. I had some photos in there, but anyway, it was a full moon. I forgot to mention my thumbnail had it, but it was a full moon. If I had night shots in there, I didn't get any of that. Oh well. Well, I don't know what StreamYard or something, but anyway. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm going to wrap this up. I like to be present to how I say things. I'm going to wrap this up with the Summon of Greatness. Thanks for checking me out even for a minute, and see you in the next video.
Pack the bags, hit the highway west, chasing dreams under endless skies, from the heartland to the golden crest, where stars align and the real you rise. Self-doubt whispers, but I shut it down. No more chains, I'm breaking free. Engine roaring, leaving my old town, headed to Hollywood where greatness calls me. Get off the ground, get up and go. Do your thing, let the fire show. No more waiting, choose life right now. Playing big, taking that vow. Fight the doubt, rise above the fear. Epic journey, crystal clear to the summit of greatness. Dolby lights aglow with Lewis Howes. Watch the leader grow. Ducks in a row, yeah, I'm aligned. Relationships strong, hearts intertwined. Business booming, finance on the climb. Health in check, body prime. Spirit soaring, mind, body, soul. Recreation fun, making me whole. This road trip's just the start. Hollywood dreams, but the powers within overcome, evolve. Let the real win. Arriving strong, ready to shine. Fought for passionate leader divine. Summit calls, greatness inside.